And this is a diamond elo, by the way. It looks pretty easy. Look at this. What's up, guys, and welcome everyone to a quick guide for how to climb in the mid lane. What tricks Faker and all of these high elo players use to climb their divisions and just gap the enemy mid lane and win their mid. Now there's a lot of small details, and if I'm gonna explain all of them right here in this video, and with this knowledge, if you apply it, you will be able to actually get to master elo at least. Other than that, in the new season we'll also make a unranked to grandmaster challenge, not challenge, but just the unranked to grandmaster stream. I'll put the link into this description. Yeah, now you have Victor against Lissandra. So what do you know about this matchup? Lissandra will have the push in the early game, and usually you want to hit the minions 3 times before they match each other in the mid lane to deny her push, or at least push her a bit back so she doesn't push that hard. Unfortunately, I was forced back because I was watching top lane, but I didn't take the TP. Why didn't I use TP? Because I didn't lose any minion XP. I wouldn't have been able to push in Alessandro in level 1 anyways. Plus, as mages, TP before Lost Chapter can be used as a bailout for when you don't have any mana. You go base, get that TP in, and then again, once you have no mana again, you go base, then you have Lost Chapter, and then you're good to go. And so I won't be able to prevent Lissandra's push, plus I won't lose any XP. That's why I didn't TP at all. But usually against a matchup like Lissandra, you want to hit the first minion 3 times before they meet, or you hit him here. So the first minion drags aggro, then you hit him again, and then you pull him back here so she won't be able to harass you with Q. Now here what I did, it's pretty simple basically. Now obviously here she gets some harass off, makes a big mistake by tanking the tower shot. She has no Q, so I walk up for a Q. Simple, it's just a small thing, but you always have to do this. And I always attack, as you can see. Always try to attack. Now her minion is low, I get the ward out. And I try to push. Because if you're pushing, you're always in a lead, because they will have to focus on pushing back, trying to push back with abilities, and if they use them, they won't be able to use them back on you. Now what I did there is I have a stronger level 2, and when I get my Q off before she gets it, I will win the trade, so that's what I did. Plus, actually, let's take a look at this again. It's already pretty much dubs here. You see what I did? Well, how did I even get that trade? It's because of this minion right here. This minion is low, and that's why she walked up, and I walked up to her to actually punish her for trying to get this minion. And that's how I got an incredibly good trade. Just by trying to punish enemies for lost hitting. Because you will have multiple advantages out of this. First of all, the enemy will stand still, so you will hit your skill shots, plus they won't be able to fight back during their auto attack. Now look at this again, there's something important here as well. It's gonna be happening, what I do. You see this? I walk up, pretend that I'm going for a trade, and then walk back to bait out her Q. It's really important. Try to fake out some important skills from your opponent, which makes it gives you a window to trade when they don't have their skills up, obviously. Now I have to push, I have a good wave. I don't know what she's doing here. Usually her jungler, if her jungler is there, and that's a good trade, but I won't be able to escape it, so I just trade back. You have to always trade back. Now I get the wave in. I get another E during her time last hitting. And the big thing is that she doesn't have TP and I do. And I still have 2 pots and she has none. She has no pots. I see Zac top, so I know I'm fine. I think of helping, but I know she can just jump over the wall, so I go back and trade aggressively because she doesn't have any pots anymore. And because I win these trades. Now he's mid, but I have Tristana nearby. And that's at least what I'm thinking, but I get bursted down. But Tristana is going to clap back here. And this is actually completely fine for me. You might think, oh no, Lissandra got a lot out of it, if you think about it, in gold-wise, but it's perfect for me, because I have TP, she doesn't. And I have the wave in a perfect spot situated, plus I saved my flash. And she lost all of her sums. So that's what Baus would say is a good death. Now here, do a bit of a mistake. I should have pushed back harder, because I know Lissandra is about to come. To keep the freeze. See, now I get a terrible trade, because I didn't push back hard enough. And she instantly goes for the punish. But if you take a look at it, she doesn't have any pots and I use my pots now. So I'm not that bad if I get a few good trades. Plus I have a bit of a XP lead. Now she walks over here because she knows I'm going to try and get a E out. Then I have minion demon, such a broken ability. I always use it on Ken with Victor to enable me pushing. It guarantees you the push if the other guy doesn't have minion demon. So you just push, and I get a free base out of this because of the minion demon. And due to that, I'm able to be full life again with a lost chapter, so I have plenty of sustain basically. And the corrupting pot, so I can trade as much as I want. Because first of all, Victor should win the trades anyways. And she doesn't have much agency. Like here, I just force her to come mid by hard shoving. And as Victor, you don't have that much agency in terms of roaming. That's why you always want to hard shove, force the enemy to not roam. Here I use my time after the push for a pink ward. Always use my E on her. Always try to use your poke on the enemy. Now she's low. I know she wants to base, so I'll make sure to push as fast as I can. Because I want to keep her in lane. I don't want her to base. I just want to keep her in lane. So she pinged her jungler to help. I hover to this side because and that saved me because my pink ward is here and my bot lane could move. That's why I hover to the right side, and that's exactly what saved me here, because otherwise I would be dead instantly by Zac. I had to use my flash because of the gank. And due to the gank, Lissandra could have gotten a base off, a good one, if she didn't greet that much, but I interrupted her twice. And due to me interrupting her, she lost out too much momentum. Because of that, she would have lost the lane, the waves. She doesn't want that. She doesn't want to lose the waves, so she's still forced to stay mid with low HP. And that's just how you punish an enemy without TP. You just fight them down, whittle them down. What do I have as advantages? I have a TP and I have health pots. And this is Diamond dealer, by the way. It looks pretty easy. Look at this. Forcing Alessandra back like that. And she egoed it, to be honest. She egoed it. Her mistake was to not sacrifice a wave, and now she has to sacrifice a wave anyways. And on top of that, she lost her flash plus plates. So always, if you lose a wave, just lose it. It's really not that big of a deal. I also hate to lose it, but look at this. I'm just so ahead now. And that's all due to the first few levels. I played the first few levels. You see how I walk up? That's important. That's one of the most important things that you have to learn, guys. Is that to make fake outs, basically. And see it right here. I walk up and walk back. You saw that? I faked out her Q, because I walk up into Q range, so she Qs, and then I walk back, so before she even Qs, and she misses. And look what a trade I get out of this. That's already how much? 500 health gone from her. And I keep on pushing. And she's forced to stay in lane because she doesn't have TP. Now here I'm in max tower range. Well played from her. Good punish. But I'm still fine. Because I see the sack is top. I keep on pushing. I keep on pressuring. I don't want her to base. And she's dead. That's all it took. And this guy looks like a bronzy, doesn't he? Getting killed 1v1 by a Victor. But it's just a chain reaction of plays that I did that forced her into this situation. And it's a few simple things. Let me sum it up for you real quick, these few simple things. First of all, you don't let the enemy base for free, never. You interrupt the base if you don't want them to stay them, what I did. If they want to base, you will perma shove, so they lose something for the base. To get into position of a health lead, you will have to trade when they are trying to last hit. And you also have to hover to a side when a jungler comes. Be aware of your jungler and the enemy support. Plus, on top of that, wait, let's see this real quick. So I punish her for trying to get back into lane. I have my ult up soon. That's a bit greedy, but I'll just take the kill. Now the Avengers come for me, and I'm dead. Now I tried to clap back as good as I could, but the Avengers are just too strong together. But yeah, like I was saying, punish your opponents for going for CS. Bait out enemy skills by walking into the range and then walking back. Fake out. Really, that's a big thing that really a small percentage of players are doing. And these players are on the highest level of play. So fake out, punish bases, make sure you don't get ganked, hover to a side, and that's pretty much all you need to do. I think I've covered most of the stuff, and if you take a look at it, I have a 40 CS lead. I took a bunch of plays, she didn't get anything, and that's pretty much all you need to do.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button for more content.